Shoutouts to everyone, honestly.
Shout out to everyone. And we will be beginning. Our combatants are set. Gohan on the left. Shark on the right.
Ooh, quick MS2 from Gohan. Shark win for the STPC spin.
And we're already seeing the mech shape come out from Gohan.
Ooh, Gohan having a couple of misdrops though. Shark taking full advantage. That STPC counter spike is just so lethal.
That was a really good down stack from Gohan, but unfortunately it's just not enough to survive that incoming Shark pressure.
Yeah, Shark, one of these players that I believe has like truly optimized STPC.
Unfortunately, the moment they go for a C-spin duel, they are going to misdrop it, and Gohan's going to take that in extremely quick fashion.
Yeah. Gohan, of course, always someone that you need to be careful about. Always someone you need to have something prepared for.
Definitely true for all the competition, but when somebody's as an offensive force as Gohan, it's just so terrifying.
Speaking of offensive force, Gohan playing at over 4.5, over 200 APM as well. Truly terrifying stats.
They've got the Cersei as well, they're gonna fire first. And
so much pressure
counter is gonna be entirely cancelled.
To this next match. Once again, Shark going for this STPC spin.
This is a pretty quick LST from Gohan. They even have enough time to pause and think about their best way out, hitting the hamburger for the count to 4.
Ooh. Shark breaks Surge. Gohan sets up the STSD, but has a bit of cheese to work through now. Oh,
one thing I'd like to note out is that just having a good well isn't enough anymore. In earlier matchups, it was possible that if somebody gets a good well, they just win the game. But you're gonna need a lot more than that to kill these Titans.
Yeah, absolutely. Gohan misdropped the J piece, but able to find the 28 spike with Surge Break. Shark set super high up, but able to get the I piece in time.
And these surges have been so massive, we are ending the mini surge cycling, and they're just going swinging haymakers at each other back to back, and we're gonna see another rally happen really soon.
What is that build, Gohan? Oh, then they misdrop it. Oh, that's...
Oh no! That would have been so cool.
I mean, incredible burn, incredible digging just to get out of that immediately, though.
They've got their clean ready. Knowing that they have the speed to burst out the fractal, doing it again as well.
Shark having a couple of misdrops as well, but very nice combo there. Finding the skims down.
But this time it's not going to be a surge rally. It's entirely in Gohan's court. This might be the move that they've been trying to make.
Yeah, Shark at a pretty...
Oh no, that doesn't work! The boomerang is going to break back-to-back.
Gohan not able to find the kill just yet, though. Shark having a couple more misdrops with really nice well placement, really nice well management to continue getting these skims. Or continue sending enough pressure and canceling.
We're gonna see another back-to-back rally. Gohan sends first.
Oh. Just a bit too quick. Catching Shark off guard.
And that's the importance of a good follow-up. Gohan just had the better board state there, and they knew that if the Surge War were to happen, they would win in that moment. Very amazing timing.
Right. This is one of the things that, if you're Shark here, this is one of the things you need to focus on. How do you mitigate this speed advantage? What can you do?
They're already sending these 30 spikes like it's nothing. So quick, but it's still just another sustained spike to these players.
Yeah, and you saw Shark slow down a little bit there. Not because Shark's thinking, but simply because he wants to time this attack. He wants to receive the clean garbage to make his attack stronger. But just the pressure from Gohan is just too much.
So much. These players is constantly nearing that 300 APM barrier. Truly the stats of all time.
Season 2, man. What can I say?
Yep. And Gohan's doing the mech shape once again. You know, Gohan loves their mech when it's possible. It's just so good.
Yeah, absolutely. Forced to break Surge earlier than they... Gohan forced to break Surge earlier than they might have wanted to. Shark actually has the advantage position here.
Especially and I-spin to equalize the height for the T-spin. Very nicely done. Unfortunately, they do have to use an I-piece on a non-quad, but Gohan is going to be fine for now.
Yeah, very nice skims there. capable of getting that combo and canceling the pressure while also getting down and finding the all
Mid-game
clear
PC!
into another
Look at
PC.
another one! And we actually
Incredible.
noticed that they were trying to continue the mid-game pure PC looping. Not often you see that.
Yeah,
They've got the
PC's
surge lead, but the board state isn't accommodating.
Even despite all that pressure from Gohan, Shark just capable of sending that massive counter spike, taking another round.
That is one thing about Season 2. The PCs are definitely style points, but style points don't equal real points. Very nice offensive
Gohan!
take, but Gohan, but the
Misdrop!
resulting misdrop!
Yeah, definitely a rough misshot there from Gohan. Had that fractal setup, but just unfortunately wasn't able to find it. Shark now only 1 point away from tying it up.
And that's the assumption of risk you deal with when you're trying to go for those calculated offensive tanks. One misdrop and your game could end right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Both players really flexing their all-spin. But Shark's going to be the one in the surge lead. Significantly so. But Gohan is actually starting to outpace and come back. They're at the floor, so they even have the opportunity for the offensive tank. They're going to try it. But most of the surge is going to be used for canceling.
Gohan has the better board though. Shark has so much cheese, but Gohan does have a couple of misdrops. Oh, but the surge break is enough to take the round.
Seeing those misdrops like that, where it doesn't necessarily impact your stack, but it forces you to slow down and get those soft drops, and it's always terrifying at this caliber of play. But luckily, the resulting pressure was already enough to where they didn't have to worry about the fallout.
Gohan just so clean with the back-to-back building. So much all-spin. I mean, once again, just Gohan, one of these players that's definitely started to delve into the true potential of Season 2.
Very well said. And the 38 plus 6 comes out from Gohan. And Shark's just gonna completely eat that. Light work, no reaction.
Gohan once again building surge. Has the 7-2 well. Already at back-to-back 15-16. Shark, top of the board, needs to find something not only to survive, but to cancel. And it just doesn't happen.
Doesn't happen. Score goes to 6-3. I do wonder if one of these players is going to try to 6-3 for 6-3, but of course on the world stage, going for only the most optimal plays, both players choosing the C-spin, slightly different builds, but ultimately the same result.
Double surge break. Gohan managing to find 7-2 once again. Definitely been a trend I've noticed. Gohan just so quickly able to build into these pattern stacks.
Gohan is a player who looks for the most optimal solution at any time, and if that means they have to pattern stack, whether it be through mech or 2-7, they're gonna go for it.
Shark, so much cheese on the board, and at a negative 22 surge disadvantage. It just... You need to find a way to stop that, but what can you do?
And that's just the elite surge awareness from Gohan. There's been so many times where a rally is happening, Shark breaks, and Gohan finds themselves in a position where they don't have to as well, so they're just able to continue compounding that advantage with the wasted resources and just completely take it back.
Right. Surge preservation has definitely been a strong suit for Gohan this round.
The strength of good repositioning skills.
Yeah, noticeably Shark has been receiving a lot of cheese as well. Gohan, when he builds Surge, constantly does it through all-spin.
One of the strengths of all-spins is actually that you send less. Because sending larger chunks, even though it's good for the stat line, it's not good in the grand scheme of things because you're just giving your opponent so much more counterplay. And wow, that speed of combo from these players. Always amazing to see.
Oh, into the donation. Such clean gameplay from Gohan here. But Shark, I mean, absolute props here, able to send that much pressure in the first place.
And the fractal to cut copy from Shark, and they're gonna continue with the all-spin sequence. But once again, Flashy doesn't equal real points. It's gonna be pretty close,
It does send a lot of pressure, and it's enough to take a round back.
Yeah, that I-spin misdrop is gonna seal the fate from Gohan. The cracks of the momentum are starting to form.
SDPC spin from Shark once again, but Gohan just so quick at building up the surge. Nice adjustments there to keep back-to-back, but the L misdrop is going to force the break. Now, Shark Not in the greatest board state to take advantage.
Yeah, even though that was a dire situation from Gohan, luckily their opponent was at the floor, so they didn't have any immediate material ready. But what they do have is the surge advantage, but they're losing it with these hesitations, and now it's Gohan's opportunity to shine.
Right, it's as Devo and Commando have said earlier, being low on the board means you can survive more, but it does also mean that you really don't have any pressure to send with. And in Season 2, pressure is something that's absolutely necessary.
And Gohan impressively doubled the spike of Shark, and Shark was still able to find the survival.
Shark misdropped the Zean. Really rough there from Shark. Had survival, but that unfortunate misdrop.
That seemed like all spin muscle memory, but there was just nothing there. And Gohan was so ready with that punish.
Ooh. Rough start from Shark here. He needs to find something to dig down quickly.
Shark with the awareness to even look for an ice spin there is so cool, but unfortunately they were one row too low.
Yeah, but incredible down stacking here. Able to get to a clean well just like that.
And the surge advantage is in Shark's favor, but not the board state advantage. They're gonna have to navigate this in ways unprecedented.
Surge break happens, 28 spike, 30 spike, but Gohan's ready for it. And Shark's actually sent straight to the top in the T misdrop.
Okay, they're gonna get there. Was a little bit scary for a moment.
Yeah, these adjustments from Shark after misdrops have been incredible. But, ooh, a bit of stalling, trying to tank a bit more clean. Once again, Shark, one of these players that loves to counter spike, loves to utilize their opponent's own attack against them.
And
the slap tower is coming out.
Unfortunately, they're not able to get the full sequence, but the damage is just so large. What a way to take that 5th point.
This is Tetrio.
Maybe style points do equal real points. It's only inting if it fails.
Both of these players, a bit of an uncomfortable stack. Shark breaks Surge first. Gohan following suit pretty quickly after. Oh my goodness, so quick from Gohan. Almost 560 versus score, almost 300 APM, almost 4.7 BPS. Just terrifying stat line.
And Gohan's got that clockwork lead. They're looking to convert this into even more momentum while they're so high up. They don't want to give Shark more time to adapt.
Ooh.
What is this forecast coming out from Gohan? And they're actually just gonna completely pivot their decision on the spot. You can see that slight hesitation.
Gohan is plonking a little bit. You're seeing Gohan slow down, trying to time their attacks. Maybe that they don't want Shark to get this clean garbage anymore.
Gohan's been plonking, but when you see them with the lead, they know exactly how to play it carefully and give their opponent the least amount of ground possible. That is not a misdrop. That is a power stack. They're looking for the multiplier, but it's not there.
Still, incredible skim vision there. Incredible combo vision.
Extremely.
Nice small multiplier there from Gohan. Shark, though, very clean board, although it is 8-1 garbage.
Yeah, in the
but the 27 spike combo kept the entire way down. My goodness.
You won't be able to maximize it, but Shark has other plans. They do not care what us mortals think about stacking methods.
Ooh. Both players breaking Surge pretty early. Gohan with a really rough board state and just doesn't have the pieces.
Gohan was a victim of scope creep there, trying to forecast too many things at once, and they limited their options to escape.
Yeah,
very nice punish from Shark.
Shark slowly starting to claw their way back into this game.
Got the SDPC spin. Unfortunately, their garbage is in column 2, so they are going to be forced to break their Surge on the down stack, but they're not going to be in any resulting extreme disadvantage.
Ooh, Gohan upstacked a little bit more there, just to get a bigger spike, and for the most part it did pay off. These couple of misdrops, though, are going to slow him down. But Shark, really tough board state here, finds a couple of skims and actually digs all the way down to a multiplier spike. And Gohan isn't able to do the same. Incredible survival, incredible downstack from Shark there.
Gohan recognized their cue and thought, yeah, I only have one option, I have to burst, but sometimes these options are just impossible. The pressure is just too great. And Shark has finally found the momentum that they need.
absolutely. The 21 spike from Shark sent absolutely nothing to Gohan's board there. Although the follow-up spike sent quite a lot, Gohan now has a bit of cheese to work through.
And this is actually a consistent setup that we've seen from Shark now, where they get the I-spin to equalize the rows for their T-spin double. Love to see setups like that that are usually obscure ingrained into the muscle memory.
Yeah, for sure. Shark just so clean at so much. Definitely one of these players that's really good at, kind of jack of all trades, but the pressure from Gohan sending so much, and Shark just once again staying alive, staying defensive.
And very good awareness from Shark there. They compromise their board state to find the necessary cancel to survive. A lot of players, especially at this level, are gonna think, I need to stay clean at all costs, stay ready, but sometimes sacrifices have to be made, and that's what allowed them to stay in this round.
Yeah, truly incredible defensive gameplay from Shark here.
And that sequence from Shark is so good! They have so much pressure at their ready. They've got the 36 power spike.
Oh, there's the skims!
7 combo survival comes out. Gohan with a legendary survival. But you know the drill. There's more where that came from. But the trigger is not in sight. Set point, Gohan.
Oh my good, what? Insane. Incredible.
Truly. Absolute cinema.
So true. Gohan, brace Surge. Shark doesn't have Surge to respond. Kind of a rough board state for Gohan. Stuck skimming here. Shark trying to pile on the pressure. But Gohan's burst speed just too much. Gohan able to get out of that
really good from Shark. Getting the all-spin singles to make sure that Gohan has no actual pressure with their Surge. That is going to allow them to survive the initial spike, but are they able to survive the second? Not without a shadow of a doubt.
Gohan plonking a little bit now. Looking to use Shark's own strategy against him. Back to back.
Look through the adaptations when these players just recognize the strategy and say, hey, I could use that, and then emulate it with almost 99% success rate.
Oh, that Surge break from Gohan. Great timing there. Able to take that round and take the first set.
Very amazing set by these two players, but Gohan was able to edge it out there through their timing.
Right, super back and forth. 11-8, definitely a close result here. Gohan, of course, having that speed lead, having that APM and versus score lead, but Shark just so incredibly on defense, so incredible defensive gameplay. Able to survive so much and able to just not only survive, but counter spike and take rounds off of these seemingly incredibly bad positions.
Extremely well said. Now that was the volatility of set 1 where players are still doing their initial adaptations, but seemingly there, it was a very momentum-based matchup, so I'm very curious to see who's going to take the initial lead in set 2.
Yeah, absolutely. And when it comes to adaptations, you saw Gohan start to implement some of that plonking, start to slow down a little bit towards the later rounds. It's going to be interesting to see how Shark tries to respond to this new playstyle of Gohan's.
The way we've seen Shark defend, they definitely have the awareness to get away with it, but are they going to have the reaction speed? If that's even possible at this level of play.
Yeah. Shark, one of the players that is incredibly good at screen watching, knowing exactly what's on their opponent's board, but Gohan, with the incredible burst speed, you kind of just never truly can know.
And there were a surprising amount of feints from Gohan. Like, the moment a wrench was thrown in Shark's plans, the disadvantage state was immediately detrimental.
Yeah, incredibly well said. Looks like we will be having a short break for these players. Completely reasonable. I mean, if you're playing at this level, your hands have got to be... I mean, I cannot even fathom playing fast enough, so...
Well deserved. Take your breaks when you get them. Your hands need some rest, especially when you have the rest of the tournament day to go through.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it is just about do or die for Shark, though. Gohan has that set lead. It is a best of 3 first to 2 sets. So Shark definitely needing to pull out all the stops, so this break might just be what they need in order to mentally reset, in order to physically reset, and bring out everything that they have.
Yeah, stamina is a very important feature when it comes to these long-winded tournaments. And that's both on the mental and physical side. And speaking of Shark, people are calling out your Shark in the black background. What do you have to say about that?
Lahaj.
So true. I'm Lahaj.
Trans rights, for real, for real.
For real.
But
Spit your facts, King.
I mean, incredible first set. Once again, just... I don't know what to say. It's incredible. We're gonna see even more of it. And I mean, after this set, we have another, what, 4 matches to go through? It's peak. It's peak.
We can use as many adjectives and synonyms as possible for incredible, but it's all gonna carry the same meaning, one that can only be truly realized by being here and watching it. So that's why I'm so glad that you are all able to make it out to this amazing event.
Yeah, definitely. Just...
Also, can we get a fit check? Like, oh my goodness.
Yeah. I mean, I have to go all out. It's finals.
Truly.
It's the finals day of the World Championship. I need to show up. I need to show out.
You even got the flower? What kind of flower is that?
A plastic one. I do not have the access to actual flowers, so we're going with the plastic one.
Fair.
It still looks great.
It does.
I mean, I think you all might still be in for a treat when we comp swap again. I do believe Wily has something prepared as well. And if he doesn't, he better prepare something really quickly.
Oh, that's more than a might. That's a Wily guarantee. You already know.
Yeah, once again, just waiting on these players to take their break. Definitely one well-deserved one. When we get back into the gameplay, I can assure you it's going to be well worth it.
I mean, y'all have been here through this. And if you're new here, you're about to find out.
Yeah. Well, since we have a bit of extra time, we might as well go over a bit more about these players. Gohan is current Tetra League #1, I believe, and has held the position for quite a while as well.
Yeah, it's not just the tournament experience that you have to worry about, because that's what most of the spectators are going to see, but the actual, like, player side of things, the ranked grind is also very important when it comes to that experience, because you get access to so many matchups that you wouldn't otherwise and so much practice. So maintaining the #1 spot is just such an insane feat.
Yeah, absolutely. If you watch Gohan streams, or look at the stream title, you will see that it is +0, +0, +0, +0, -30, which, if that's not Sisyphean, I don't know what is.
The opposite of nothing ever happens. Something is always happening.
Yeah. Looks like Shark is ready, just waiting on Gohan now.
Reading the chaos
another
is
donation.
amazing. Staring. I can't keep a straight face. It's so hard.
It really is. It really is. All right, both
I'm a
players do appear
PNG.
to be
You can
ready.
still tell.
The players are now ready. We should be starting soon.
All right.
Ding.
There's the ping. We've got our confirmation. Our next set will start shortly.
Oh man, I'm so excited. I just like it. You can't blame me. Come on, it's peak. It's peak. It's cinema. Cinema.
Alright, it begins! Our combatants have returned to the battleground.
Ooh, Shark having a quick miss shop, early miss shop, but finding some nice all spin there. Oh my goodness. Incredible L spin there.
But their board state still isn't as clean as they'd want it to be. Looking for the clean donation. Once again, what a solve, but eventually the Surge is going to have to break, and that's going to be Gohan's advantage.
Yeah, definitely a slower paced game than what we were used to seeing last set.
And the misdrop C-spins are actually starting to become a theme for Shark.
Yeah, rough misdrops there from Shark. Gohan going to take a pretty simple first round.
Having the 20 Surge of extra credit.
Stick spin from Gohan.
Stick spin? They have so much material.
Whoa. Gohan needs the down stack soon.
And that Surge break was forced. Shark's gonna take the advantage. What a find from Gohan!
Into a DT
Hitting
cannon.
the DT as well.
Oh my goodness.
Going for the swag. And even though all those sparks were flying, we're still good. No
Shark
deaths
has
happened
the
yet.
initiative here. Oh, but the kind of a rough placement there.
Thinking too
Shark forced the
hard.
turn and just thinks a bit too long.
Yeah, the pile up of pressure was just too great. Not allowed to hesitate for too long.
Oh.
SDPC spin coming out. They get the first tank.
You are seeing Shark wait on that. Shark wants to accept this clean garbage. That's why they end up stalling. And that's the exact reason why it's accepting clean is so strong. That 34 spike and Gohan misdrops the eyepiece.
The offensive and defensive bursts from Shark and Gohan repeatedly were so good, but that eyepiece horizontal misdrop is gonna seal the deal.
Ooh, Gohan getting some really nice garbage to work with here. Has some nice all spins to build up the surge, but unfortunately misdrop is going to force the break.
Gohan trying to do some forecasting, settling for the all spin, but the surge is going to break immediately. Shark at a significant advantage, has the shapey shape on deck, executes beautifully, but that's not going to be enough.
Yeah, great surge break timing from Gohan there, catching Shark completely off guard. Gohan has been plunking a lot more than the first set, definitely continuing the adaptation we saw. Shark needs to find something to respond. That's...
And the awareness from Shark to use like every single piece in their bag, so many people would just try and take the forecast and call it a day. But that...
What a spike!
Oh no! I can't even stay on a thought for too long. What was that offense from Gohan?
Okay, Gohan, 47. Sure.
Shark didn't even play bad. There's just no response available that could possibly save them there.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happens when you can build surge as fast as Gohan.
And speaking of which, they're gonna do the exact same thing, not gonna get greedy with it, bursting at such a good time.
47
and Gohan
45.
is the one running away with the momentum.
Yeah, Shark needs to come up with something and needs to come up with something fast. You cannot let Gohan take the initiative. You cannot let him build up this much momentum.
Because we've already seen the capability of Gohan when they're up in a set. They just allow you to get absolutely no ground. The last situation you want to be in.
Once again, great surge break timing from Gohan. Forces Shark to break out of surge as well. Gohan does have a couple of misdrops and some really nice all spin there to find a way out.
They're not going to get greedy with the surge.
Spike.
They're going to burst the floor, look for an offensive tank.
Ooh.
Color clear for swag.
Shark sets up the Kaidon. Has a couple of all spin setups to continue this back-to-back.
And the well transfers from Shark just look so nice. It is going to be the end of their surge though. Gohan's able to take just about all of it, so now they're gonna have the offensive front seat.
Ooh, surge break from Shark, definitely dangerous in this position. Oh, but Gohan missed the eyepiece.
Okay, Shark started up their sustain a little bit too early. If Gohan had not misdropped there, that probably was death on the spot. But Shark lucks out and gets to live another interaction.
Right, it's just an incredibly difficult position for Shark to be in. You can't play defensively because then you just get out pressured, but if you play offensively, you're vulnerable to getting 47 spiked. This next match, go on. Just go straight into 6-3.
And Shark doesn't drop the C-spin this time, and they're gonna keep that speed rolling. This is the start they've been looking for, but will the outcome be the desired one? Not necessarily. They're in a very similar situation as the previous rounds. They have broken first, and Gohan's able to maintain. The Brazil is upon us.
Super dominant set from Gohan so far. Shark just hasn't really been able to find an answer to Gohan's pressure. Gohan, even once again, showing off this plonk. This defensive playstyle from Gohan, definitely not something we're that used to seeing, but it is paying off incredibly well against Shark.
Oh my god. The defense from Shark was so good there, but they're being sent so much damage to where they were effectively treated as skims. And Gohan is really running away with the momentum as this matchup calls for it.
Right. Shark sets up the MS2. Finds some nice spins, builds up, able to keep up with Gohan's back-to-back 4 now. Gohan breaks Surge first, sends so much cheese to Shark and forces the Surge break in response.
The awareness from Shark to realize that the Surge break is forced, there's no way you can count to 4 there. And they are going to make it back to neutral. Very impressive stuff.
Gohan, okay, sure, finding that S-spin single. Didn't know that was a thing, but sure, I guess it does exist.
When players are so all-spin versatile, like we can see right here, at certain points you just stop questioning the limits of what's possible, because you know dang well they're gonna push it.
Gohan looks to almost survive that one, but Shark had the follow-up spike ready. At this level, 1 spike isn't enough. You need to have 2 and sometimes even 3 in order to get a kill.
Next shape's coming out from Gohan. But they're not able to really maintain a surge lead here. Looking for the STSD, but it's not possible.
Ooh.
Shark gets the initial down stack, has the count to 4. They're gonna plonk for it. Very nice awareness there. Oh, there's no way you get away with this DT. Yes, you do.
Oh,
never kills.
Okay. Gohan looks to be in a terrible position there, but Shark having those few misdrops slowed down enough for Gohan to find just an insane upstack spike there.
Gohan was actually just clip farming there because they had to waste the eyepiece for the wall for their DT, and they just get away with it.
Gohan hit 300 APM there for a moment. I just want to point that out.
Gohan's building the surge lead. They're at floor, so they have full opportunities to keep this going. They have a nice well. Tanks for another one. What is this all-spin awareness? It's a few line for offense, but Shark is completely fine. They have the counter 4 and the counter spike.
Gohan getting a bit too creative there.
That's way too greedy.
Still though, this is a 6-point lead.
One thing I've been praising Gohan for is their ability to not let their opponent gain any ground, but maybe they're getting a little complacent in their lead. They're gonna have to lock back in if they want to secure this W.
Right, definitely. Nice fractal.
Oh, this is such a good spike opportunity for Gohan, but they're gonna show restraint. They've got the cut.
Takes the clean into a 36, and Shark misdrops the T-piece.
Unfortunate misdrop for Shark. So much pressure coming in at the wrong time. Match point, Gohan.
Shark. Terrifying position to be in if you're Shark now. You need 8 points in a row to take this single set, and then you need to beat Gohan in another first to 11 right afterwards.
They've got to sweep the Tetra League set and beyond. Is it a possibility? Yes. Is it probable? Probably not, but we're about to find out, and that's a pretty good start.
Yeah, 34 spike, able to take that round. It may not look good, but it's definitely not over.
Definitely not. We know better than to count out the players. We've seen insane comebacks before. We can see them again. But this is Shark's tournament life on the line.
Nice tanking there from Shark. Has this clean well to work with. Brace Surge in a 22, but it's not quite enough.
Oh
Gohan
no!
holds on to Surge.
History repeats itself. Shark sends the
kill.
Surge and Gohan wasn't forced to break yet. It's looking precarious. Gohan's able to keep pressuring.
Incredible survival there from Shark. That was a terrifying position to be in. I believe they were at line 21 when the board only goes up to line 20.
There's so much sustained potential on Gohan's side right now.
Oh!
38 of pure sustain.
It's Shark
Shark's
lives.
able to survive. It's
there a
gonna
down
be
stack?
close. They get the
IPs.
high piece. It's been a roll, living and dying.
Over the misjump. No! Oh my goodness.
Heartbreaking round to end it on. Decided by misdrops. But it is the match in Gohan's favor.
Interesting stat line here. Gohan, the slower player this time.
Gohan was making such good use of their awareness and timing. Shark was just forced on the defense for most of that because